Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are testing the test rides. We're going to be test driving the bikes from now on. The last post I did on Facebook, no not Facebook, YouTube, I asked you guys if you guys wanted me to test drive bikes, so you guys seem to want that, so I will test drive bikes from now on. Anyway, we've got the Western Reaver here. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so I'll be honest, I don't really know what to say for a bike. This is just a bike, but the bike, I don't know, guys. I just wouldn't recommend any bikes. I can't say I would recommend it. I mean, I do like the way it takes corners. I like the way it brakes, stuff like that. But it's just a bike at the end of the day. Like, who cares? Let's move on to the next bike. I want to get these bikes over with. Another one. Another bike. This is the Nagasaki Shinobi. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, so this thing can definitely brake. This thing can turn. But I still would recommend it. I just don't like bikes, unfortunately. But if you guys like it, then I'd say go for it. But this is something I would probably suggest avoiding because I just don't think bikes are worth it. Let's move on to the next one. We've got a few SUVs to go to next. Now we've got the Pista Aston. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, so I'll be honest, this car can only just take corners well. I'll be honest with you guys, this car. Oh my god, this car can take corners alright. Um, but would I recommend it? Well, it depends if you really like the looks of it, but if I'm basing this on looks alone, I'd say go for it. I actually don't mind the looks of this SUV. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, now we've got the Ganger 3600 LX. Let's test drive this thing out. Oh my god, guys. This vehicle felt like it took forever to get through the track. But I gotta say this. I gotta say no. This car can't take corners. This car can't brake well. I just think this is overall a horrible car. Do not waste your money on this piece of junk. It's even worse than the Journey 2. Game over. Nah, sorry, I'm off topic. Anyway, no, I wouldn't recommend this, unfortunately. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, already looking at this vehicle, it looks a lot better, but I don't see an exhaust on this car. So this is probably an electric car, so that's down points for the car. So I guess let's test drive this thing to see how it performs. I mean, it might perform as better as it looks. You know, who knows? Let's just try this thing out. I was right. It's an electric one. So I don't mind the looks of this car. So for that reason, I'd probably say go for it. But if you don't like electric cars, this is probably not for you. I can imagine this car would have some pretty decent upgrades. Who knows? I might even force my friend to do this car. Leave a like on this video if you guys want me to get him to do this car because he's coming next week. Um, yeah. If you guys, yeah. Right, off topic. Okay, this car can take corners well. It can brake well. It looks alright. So I'd say go for it. This car isn't that bad, I don't think. It's not going to win you any races, but to be honest, none of these cars in this video you're going to see are going to win you any races. So it's really about looks today. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we've got the Baller ST. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, I will not lie, the Baller ST can take corners well, but I still probably wouldn't recommend it. I think this car has been in the game since the very beginning, and it still hasn't got any decent upgrades to it, so I probably would not suggest it. I mean, I will not lie, it does look nice. I do like the Baller ST, but it's not a car I would recommend because it probably won't look any different compared to when you upgrade it, you know? So I'd probably avoid this one. But it can take corners well, it can brake well. But if you guys want to get it, I'd say go for it. But in my opinion, I'd say no because it probably doesn't have any good, decent upgrades. So I guess let's move on to the next one. This will be the last SUV of the day. Hopefully. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this car looks kind of boxy to me, so I think let's just test drive this thing out. And in case I haven't said, this thing is called the Ennis Ghibli. Okay, so the Ennis Ghibli isn't that bad. I think this car can take corners well, it can brake well, and I don't think I crashed at all during that whole test drive, so that's a bonus. Um, One thing I've noticed about all these SUVs is they all have a sunroof. Have you ever noticed that? Like, most of these vehicles we've had have had a sunroof on there. So, I guess that's a added bonus if you guys want it in there. But, back to the point. I think it can take corners well, it can brake well. I think I've already said that, but would I recommend it? Actually, I probably would, to be honest. I mean, I still can't imagine this vehicle having many upgrades because it's kind of boxy, and I can't imagine this car having that many upgrades if it's a little bit boxy. I mean, I don't know why. I think it's I think it's just the front that's throwing me off with it being a bit boxy. Uh, but I think this car is worth it. I think you should consider it, but it is your choice at the end of the day. So if you guys want it, then you could go for it. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is the podium vehicle, the Mammoth Parrot multi-spec vehicle. This is an off-road car, and I didn't mention this when I test drove it, but the Gravitaire Baller ST is the prize ride this week as well. So, yeah, I'm sorry I forgot to mention that, but yeah. Let's test drive this thing out. This is an off-road if I haven't mentioned, so yeah. Okay, so I'll be honest, the Parrot multi-spec, it could definitely be better on the corners. I think the brakes are okay, but I don't really like the way this car performs. I think it's slow. I think it's very slow, so I probably would say no, don't try win this car. This is just too slow, in my opinion. And this car probably doesn't have that many good upgrades either. But one thing that's putting me off about this car, it's not nothing major, it's not even a problem, but it kind of makes me think of the Caparico Heist. I don't know why, but anyway, let's just try for the next one. What Juckle? It's a coupe car. But honestly, I think we're getting into the nicer looking cars now. We haven't got many left. And if I hadn't mentioned before with the Parrot multi-spec, I'd say no, do not get that car. But let's test drive this one to see how this one performs. Okay, the car's. I'm gonna say it straight up. This car is pretty good. I really like this car. I like the way it performed around corners. I like the way it brakes. I like the way it handles. I like the way even it looks. And I don't usually say that about a lot of Cooper cars. But let's move on to the next one. And if I didn't say it, yes. For looks alone, yes. But it's not going to win you any races. So if you want this car, you're doing it for the looks. Okay, Rockstar. Are you running out of cars to put on the test ride? Because, seriously, this is a car you can find on the streets of Los Santos. I'm going to say it right now. Don't buy it. If you really wanted this car, find it on the street of Los Santos because you can find it on Los Santos streets. It's nothing too special. But this car is the uh, Flusade? Flusled? I can't pronounce it for the life of me, but still, this car is pretty old. I don't know what to think about this car, but let's just drive it anyway, see how it performs. Okay, so like I said before, I don't know what to think about this car, but I'm gonna have to say no. For it's not because of the looks. I do like the looks of the car, but this car won't have many upgrades. This car has been in the game since the very beginning. So why would you want to get this car when hundreds and hundreds of people could just get it off the street of Los Santos? I don't see the point why people should even consider getting this car. It's slow, but it does take corners well. It brakes well as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no on this one. Unfortunately, I mean, I wanted to say the other word, but no, I can't say it. I don't want you guys to get this car. If you want it, find it on the street of Los Santos. Do not buy this car in any circumstances. You do not need to buy this car. Okay, this is a double Bachi champion. This is a supercar. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, so this is the champion, Damabachi champion. Um, I haven't got much to say, but yeah, I'd say get it. I don't mind the way it performs, handles. The looks could be better, to be honest, but I can't criticize that. But yeah, I would say go for it. It's not a bad looking car, but it's definitely not the best. Anyway, yeah, the corners, brakes, stuff is it's all good. So if you want it, go get it. Let's move on to the last car of the day. Okay, this is the Voltic, but I do like the rocket powered one instead of this one. So let's just try this thing out. And it's electric. Great. Okay, this thing can definitely brake. This thing could be better on turning. But would I recommend it? Yeah, actually, I think this car has some okay upgrades. It won't have much because it's still a car from the very beginning. But other than that, this car is worth it. I mean, I like the way it handles, I like the way it turns, I like everything about the car. But it could be better on the turning. That's the only thing I'm gonna give this thing for a bit of criticism. But yeah, this is the last car of the day. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.